Okay, welcome to the Thursday class on Zoom. Welcome everybody. We're going to be working with the strap today. And I just wanted all of us to measure out what it needs to look like. Sorry, I'm going to pin my video again. What it needs to look like while we work with the strap today. We're going to take the strap, fold it in half in both of our hands. And I want you to measure it up to your shoulders. So you're not grabbing too close. This would be too close. We really want to be at the level of the shoulders, and careful not too wide either. So just measure that out for yourself and see how much distance there would be between both hands to have it about the width of the shoulder. Okay, good. Now, keeping that for the moment, just raise your arms up and notice how that feels. See if you can drop your shoulders down and you give a little pull on the strap. So you're pulling this way, like you want to stretch the strap. Keep your arms as they are. And this is a work that we're going to do while we're standing and while we do a few different postures, okay? But I just wanted you to measure that out with your strap. So now you can put your strap down. And I'd like us all to start on our backs. So go ahead and get onto your mat on your back. Have the strap nearby.
Anne, can you pin yourself?
Yeah, I am pinned. Are you?
Oh, okay, no, somebody else keeps coming on. I don't know why. But okay.
Can you pin my video? Go ahead and pin my video on your screen.
Boko keeps coming up.
How do you do it, Anne? How do you do it? Could you remind me?
You have those three dots to the right. The three dots.
I don't see them.
What are you on? Are you on a computer or are you on?
I'm on a laptop. Yeah.
Yeah. If you press on my little square.
Because you are on the big screen now, but somebody is coming. I think that this is Ivana who is popping up all the time.
They need to mute, I think.
I'll mute her. There we go. I've just muted Ivana. So that should work.
Okay, thank you very much. Sorry, Ivana.
No problem. Everybody's got me on.
And you need to mute Boko because that keeps coming up on my screen as well.
Yeah, that's Ivana. So I've muted her. It should, no, she still keeps coming up?
No, it's good now.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
No problem.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so let's lie down on our backs. If everybody's got my video pinned and large, lie down on your back. Stretch your legs onto the mat. Bring your arms down by your sides. And if you'd like, you can turn the palms to the sky. Let your feet relax, and they should roll out towards the outer edges of the mat. And simply take some deep, slow breaths. So as you breathe in, see if you can get an expansion of the belly, but also the chest. And as you breathe out, allow everything to sink, and gravity will pull your belly and your chest back down towards the earth. Let's do that again. Breathe in, expanding the chest and the belly. And then as you breathe out, everything sinks back down towards the earth. One more time. Now raise your right arm over the head and reach behind you with the right arm. So you let the shoulder even lift up to the ear. Now take your left leg and point the toe. So you get a cross stretch. This is a length cross stretch. Right arm reaches behind, left toe points, and you get lengthening across the center of your body. Then relax that and bring your arm down by your side, palm facing the sky. And take some deep, slow breaths again. This time your left arm reaches up over the head, reach far away from you, and you can let that left shoulder even reach up to the ear. And you've got the right leg. Begin pointing the toe. Get that cross stretch from the left arm down to the right leg. Take a few deep breaths here. Yeah. Feel how it goes across the belly, across the center of the body. And then relax, bring your arm down by your side. Letting go. Now we'll bring both arms over our heads. Reach, point both toes. Feel like you're getting really long at the center of the body. Pulling the ribs away from the hips, not just in the front, but also the back body as well. Everything lengthening. And then raise your right knee up to your chest and hold the knee against the chest. Now let's draw a big circle with the right foot. Make a nice big circle, move the toes as well. Getting any tension out of the foot, ankle, out of the toes. Change the direction of the circle. And as you do this, I just want to mention, feel these muscles that are alongside the lower leg and alongside the tibia. As you move your foot, as you activate your foot, you feel that those muscles move and those muscles contract and stretch. This is where you can see how important it is to activate our feet in all postures. Okay, it helps to protect the knee. Now flex the foot, grab behind your thigh, take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, straighten the leg. Breathing in, bend the knee. Breathing out, straighten the leg. Breathing in, bend. Breathing out, straighten. One more time, breathe in and bend. Breathe out and straighten. Now let's re-bend our knee. Grab a hold of the knee with the right hand and let the knee fall out towards your right. Be sure that the left hip stays down. You get this openness through the legs and the hips. Help the knee to come back up to center, and you'll change hands. Left hand on the right knee, and you'll let the knee go to your left. Shoulders down, and it's a spinal twist. Should be nice and easy. Coming back to center. Really squeeze the knee towards the chest now. Lift your head, see if you can touch the nose to the knee. Hold for a moment. And then relax. Let the leg come back down to the floor. Reset yourself nicely on your back. And raise both arms again. Reaching, shoulders lift to the ears. Reach behind you, point your toes. Feel that length down the front of the belly, sides, as well as the back. So you can get the whole trunk lengthening out. Stay there for a few breaths. And at the next breath out, raise your left knee. Grab around the tibia, just below the knee, and make that big circle with the foot. And as you do that, notice the muscles, especially on the outside of the tibia, that tend to flex and move and contract, as well as stretch. Change the direction. All right, now flex the foot, grab behind the thigh, take a deep breath in, Breathe out and straighten the leg, pushing the foot to the sky. Breathe in, bend the knee. Breathing out, let's straighten. Breathing in, breathing out. Really push the heel to the sky. 2 more times. And here's the last one. All right, rebend the knee. Grab onto the knee with the left hand and let the knee fall out to the left. So getting that openness, slight stretch, right hip stays down. Couple of deep breaths here. Raising the knee back up, let's let the knee go towards the right. Shoulders are down. Get that stretch down the outside of the hip, outside of the leg. A little twist in the low back. And coming back to center, squeeze the knee tightly against the chest. Lift the head, nose to the knee. Really hold for a moment. And then lower the head down. One last full body stretch. Raise the arms over the head, lengthening fingers to toes. Get long in the waist and the low back. Deep breath in. And bring both knees up this time. Now here, keeping the knees up close to the chest, we'll rock the knees to the right and turn your head to the left. And then change, rock your knees to the left, turn your head to the right. And change again. Knees to the right, head to the left. Knees to the left, head to the right. One more time, each side. Good. Coming back to center. Bring your right arm to your right ear and roll to your right hand side. Lifting yourself up from the side. Let's swing our legs around and come up onto all fours. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Take a deep breath in and curl your spine, looking skyward. And then breathe out and round the spine, look to your belly button. And again, we'll curl and look skyward. Breathing out and rounding. Once more, we're curling and rounding. Coming back to a flat back. Bring your knees together. Lift your right knee to the elbow first, up as high as possible, and swing it around to make a circle. And again, elbow, up high, swing it around. Change directions. Go up high behind you. Bring it around towards the shoulder and elbow and back down. Just 3 circles. You can let the hips twist. You can let the low back twist as well. And let's bring the knee back down. Knees are together again. Hands nicely into the floor. You can even dial out to activate your arms. And we do the left leg. Elbow up and swing it around. 3 times in this direction. And then we change direction. Bring the leg up behind you and swing it around. Bringing the knee back down. Let's open our knees now. Sink down into child's pose. Let your arms reach out in front of you and palms turn skyward. Forehead onto the floor. Take a couple of deep breaths here, allowing the hips and the low back just to open up and stretch out a bit, preparing for our flow, preparing for our practice. Now let's lift back up, palms down. Hands are a little bit farther forward than the shoulders now. Dial the hands out. Tucking your toes under, lift to your downward facing dog. Perhaps pedal the feet right and left. And let's take our right foot, point the toes, press down into the toes. So you get a stretch down the top of the foot. And release that. Tuck the toes back under and change left leg, toes down, press into the top of the foot. And releasing, tuck back under. Let's take baby steps till we reach the front edge of the mat. And once you're there, separate your toes. Get your finger between each of the toes so you really get some space between the toes. The big toes go in a little bit. You may need to take them and pull them inwards. Bend your knees, grab your elbows and let yourself just float over your legs. And we'll sway from side to side. Coming back to center, lower your arms again and roll your right and left shoulders. Turning your head from right to left to make a little no. And then we'll make a little yes with the head. From here, bend your knees down nice and low. Bring your hands to your hips, elbows point upwards. Lift your chin, your chest follows. Come all the way up to standing using the legs and the strength of your legs. And once you're standing, legs strong, dialing your feet out, relax your arms by your sides. Lift your chin and your chest. See if you can get that length. After all the stretching we've done of the side body, get super long in your belly, sides of the waist, and the low back. Now bring your hands to your heart center. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a moment just to notice the heat that your hands generate, one against the other. Notice the sensation in the hands. And come back to the essential. Back to your breath. Back to being present at this moment. Back to what's important to you in life. Opening your eyes, keep a soft gaze in the eyes and raise the arms to stretch skyward. As you breathe out, let's fold, bending at the knees, fold at the hips, hands come down to the earth. Raise the chest, pulling the heart forward, look forward. Then setting your hands down, step back to a plank position. From here, lower your knees, and we're going to start slowly and softly. Lower the chest down between the hands. So on Monday, I talked about the positioning of the hands. Maybe your hands will be better off a little bit farther forward, or maybe just underneath the shoulders. Find the position which is going to work the best for you. Pointing your toes, lengthen your legs out, dialing the hands out gently to the sides. Rise up to a little cobra. Bring your chest back down and push back to downward facing dog. Hands dialing out. Take some deep, slow breaths here. In and out. Shoulders and arms strong. Again, breathing in and out. One more deep breath in. Looking to your hands, take big steps this time. All the way to the front edge of your mat. Halfway lift. Folding forward. Hands to your hips, elbows up, bend the knees, rise to the standing position using the legs. Relax your arms by your sides, find that length. Hands to your heart center. Deep breath in, let's stretch skyward. Breathing out, fold again. Halfway lift, breathing in. Step back to your plank. Lower your knees. Now, either you could lower straight down to come into cobra, or you could do your push-up. Whichever push-up that is, halfway, all the way, hands turned or not. Move all the way down, point your toes, lengthen, come up to cobra. And let's push back to downward facing dog. Deep breaths here. Arms strong, dial the hands out. Bring your right knee down underneath the right hip, and let's raise the left arm to the sky. You could either keep the left foot down or raise it up. Staying here. Lower the left hand, keeping the left leg up. Turn your whole body towards the mat. Raise your right arm out in front of you. Deep breath in. Breathe out, knee comes in towards the nose. You can grab it, pull it in. Breathing in, stretch back out again. Breathing out, knee to the nose. Breathing in. And one more time, breathing out. Breathing in. Hand comes down. Tuck the back toes under, so it's the left leg tucking under. Raise the right leg up and into your down dog. Bend the knee and open the hip, opening up the toes as well. Remember those muscles around the tibia that flex and contract when you open the toes, when you move the foot, when you have a dynamic foot. Stretch the leg straight, and we're going to swing the foot between the hands now. Bring it forward. Turn your left heel down. We'll set the right elbow to the right thigh. Left hand reaches to the sky. And then bring the arm over the head, stretching out the side body. Hold this position. You're dialing your right foot out. You're dialing your left foot out as well. Another deep breath in. Circle the arm so you raise it to the sky, then towards your hip, and then down to the floor, and take a plank position. If you wish, you could do your push-up however you like to do it. Move down, cobra, dialing the hands out, and push back, downward facing dog. Pedaling your feet. Let's lower the left knee down this time. Right arm comes up. If you wish, you could raise the right leg, or you keep it on the floor. Hold for a moment. Bring the right hand back down to the earth. Turn your body to face the mat. Left arm out. Deep breath in. Breathe out. Knee and the nose come in. Breathing in, reach. Breathing out, knee and nose. One more time, reach, knee and nose. Set the hands down, tuck the right toes under behind you, leg is straight. Raise your left leg up and into down dog. Bend the knee, open the hip, open your toes to engage those muscles. Stretch the leg straight. Swing the foot between the hands, or as far as possible forward. Spin your right heel down, left elbow to the thigh, right hand to the hip. Raise that right arm up over the shoulder, and then to the front of your mat, next to your ear. Stretch it here and hold. Deep breaths. Circling the arm, let's bring it back down to the floor. Plank position. Once again, take the push-up if you wish. All the way down, point your toes, rise up to cobra, and downward facing dog. Pedal your feet. Okay. Let's look to our hands. You could step or jump. Halfway lift, breathe in. Breathe out, fold forward. Bend your knees down low. Hands to your hips and take a chair position. So in the chair, your hips want to tilt back. You want them to tilt back. Lift your chest. It stretches out the belly. You should feel the belly button pulling in. Raise your arms up. And then move into a cactus position with the hands. Sink down nice and low. Now let's bring our hands to our heart center. Raise the right foot. Stretch it straight out in front of you. Rebend the knee and send the leg behind you into an airplane, keeping the hands at the heart center. Come back up and into the chair. Set the right foot down. Good. Left foot comes up, foot is flexed. Stretch it out in front. Rebend. Send it behind you into an airplane. Hands stay at the heart center. Bring it back up into chair. Set the foot down. Sinking nicely down, take the arms up into the classic chair position. Deep breath in, stretch longer with the rib cage, and bring your hands down to the floor, breathing out. Halfway lift, step back to a plank. One push-up, all the way down, cobra, downward facing dog. Right knee comes down underneath the right hip. Left arm comes up. If possible, raise the left leg. If not, keep it on the floor. Bend the knee and see if you can just touch the heel with the middle finger. Release it, circling the arm. Hand comes down to the floor. This time, just tuck the back toes under. Raise your right leg up into down dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. Straighten the leg. Swing it between your hands. So right leg is forward, left leg back. Right elbow to the thigh. Left arm up to the sky. Bring it over your head, reaching long. And then circle it back down, plank position. Stick with it, everybody. One push-up. All the way down. This is the hardest part. We're moving quickly. Cobra. Downward facing dog. Good job. Left knee comes down. Raise your right arm up. Raise the right leg if possible. Bend the knee. See if you can touch the heel with the middle finger. Push it back. Wonderful engagement into the glutes. Release. Bring the right hand down. Tuck the right toes under behind you. Take down dog, one leg. Left leg comes up, bend the knee, open the hip. Straighten it and swing it between the hands. Spin your right heel down. So you've got your left foot forward, right foot back. Elbow onto the thigh. Raise the right arm to the sky. Good. Reach over the head to the front of the mat. And let's circle it. Bring it back down for a plank position. Woo-hoo. One push-up. Here's your last one of the day. All the way down. Cobra. And downward facing dog. Pedal your feet. Just recatch your breath. And that's your next breath out. Look to your hands, stepping or jumping forward, halfway lift, folding forward. Bend the knees down low, hands to your hips, lift your chest into a chair. Reach your arms up to the sky. We're going to hold it here 3 breaths. Belly in. The breath is in the chest and upper back. One more deep breath in, sink down lower. Open the arms, straighten your legs, and release. Good job. You should feel nice and warm. Let's take our strap. So you can use a strap or a belt, whatever you have to hand, okay? We're going to get that position of the hands on the strap. So remember, it's about shoulder width. and you're pulling on the strap as if you want to stretch it, okay, out to the sides. Set yourself at the front edge of your mat, and you're going to raise your right leg, send it back behind you into a lunge, making sure that there's space between the right and left foot. So they're not in one straight line, but there's space between. The back foot is going to keep the heel lifted. You don't have to go too far back, okay? Find the position which is going to work for you. Raise the arms up over the shoulders and pull on the strap as if you want to stretch the strap. Lift your chest. Feel like your right foot's pulling forward, left foot is dialing out, okay? You're dialing out, so the knee of the left leg is going out to the baby toe. Right foot is pulling forward, lift the chest. If you want to go back to add in a little bit of back and abdominal work, you could do that. Take 2 more breaths. And we release, bring the arms back down. And you're going to turn to your right. So you've got both feet facing the right-hand side of your mat. Step your right foot out even more so it's nice and wide, okay? Now you've got that position of your hands shoulder width. I want you to let go of one hand and place it behind you so the hands are shoulder width on the strap behind you, okay? Again, pulling against the strap as if you want to stretch it. Lift your chest and go back. Now in this position, going back, feel that your feet are dialing out. So the knees are following in line with the toes, and especially close to the baby toes. Open the chest, head goes back if it's comfortable. One more deep breath in. And then raise the head and chest and begin folding forward, raising the arms, still using the strap. It goes up and over as far as possible. Let your head relax, neck relax. Always dialing the feet out. Stay here. 3, 2, 1. Bring the strap back down to the hips. Lift your chin first. Chest follows. Belly follows the chest. Everything long. Excellent. Turn your toes out. Bend your knees. Bring the strap back around in front of you. Hands are hip width on the strap. Knees bending down low, hips going back. Feet still dialing out. Raise the arms up. Lift the chest. Pull on the strap as if you want to stretch it. Sinking down. Holding here. Everything engaged. This is skillful movement, everyone. This is setting your skeletal and muscular system to work together to be sure to hold the joints in place. One more deep breath in. And release, bringing the arms down. Okay. Turn your right foot in. Turn your left foot to face the front of the mat. Okay. Here's our big challenging posture of today. You're going to bend the left knee and push off the right foot. Raising the right leg behind you. Raise your arms out in front of you, still pulling on the strap. And you'll hold it here. Go as far as is possible for you. Raise the leg as much as possible, holding 3. Pull on the strap, stretching it 2. And 1. Releasing, bringing the strap back down, bring the foot back down, and re-find your perfect posture. Good. We're going to do all that on the other side. If you need to, just relax. Move the knees, let the hips move the shoulders around, the head. Whew. Here we go, other side. So we'll raise the left leg, bring the foot behind us, not too far behind, but far enough that you feel, okay, you've got some engagement there. You're dialing the right foot out. You're pulling the left foot forward with an engagement at the front of the hip. Raise your arms up. Zanjaniasana. Bend the right knee nicely. If you'd like to take it farther, you lean back. Pull against the strap as if you're stretching it. Open the eyes, open the chest, open the throat. Holding here. Good, good, strong posture. 3, 2, 1. Bring the strap back down. Whew. And turn your whole body to the left. All toes are pointing towards the left-hand side of your mat. Step your left foot back so you're lined up, okay? Bring the strap behind you again. Pull on the strap, so really your shoulder width, pulling the strap. Squeeze your shoulder blades, dial your feet out, and lean back. Go as far as is comfortable. Squeeze the glutes at the same time. 3, 2, 1. Looking forward, rise back up. Still stretching on the strap. Fold forward, raise your arms. Bring them as far over the head as possible. Let your head and neck relax. Dial the legs out. Pull on the strap to stretch it. Holding 3, 2, 1. Lower the strap back down towards the hips. Raise the chin first. Chest follows all the way up to a standing position. Turn your toes out. Bring the strap back around in front of you. Shoulder width with the hands. Bend your knees low for a goddess pose. Raise your arms up. Now we're going to change a little bit this time. First, lean to your right and hold, stretching the strap. 3, dialing your feet out at the same time. 2, 1. Raise the strap up, change sides. Lean to your left, keep the knees bending. Dialing your feet out, hold it. 3, 2, 1. Rise back up, straighten your legs. Bring your arms down. Well done, everyone. Turn your left foot inwards. Turn your right foot facing exactly the front edge of your mat, okay? Here's our challenging posture. Hands on the strap, deep breath in. You raise the leg behind you, raise the arms out in front of you. Holding here, stretch the strap, stretch your back, lift the back leg. 3, it's a challenge. 2, woo, I almost fell over. 1, come all the way up to standing. Ah, good job, shake out. Whew. We can place the strap down next to our mats. Hands at your hips. So after all that hard work, we get a little bit of dessert. It's tree pose. Right knee bends out to the side, either at the ankle, knee, or inner thigh. Of course, if you're at the knee, your heel is higher than the kneecap. Raise your arms in a V position. Drop the shoulders, lengthen the neck. Set your gaze at one point beyond you and focus your attention to that one point. Bring the hands back down onto the hips and lower the foot. Good. Change legs. Left knee bends out to the side. Ankle, knee, or inner thigh. Once you're set, raise the arms into a V. Lift the chin and the chest. And focus your attention onto that one point. Good job. Hands come to your hips and lower the foot down. Well done. Coming up to the front edge of the mat again. Bring your hands into your heart center. Lift the chest, lengthen the neck, close your eyes. Observe the sensation in your hands. And again, let's come back to what's essential in life. Open your eyes, raise your arms, stretching skyward. Then as you breathe out, bend at the knees and fold forward. Come to that halfway lift and step back to a plank position. Dialing your hands out, pull your belly in. We stay for 5 breaths in the plank. Deep and slow breaths, head is lifted. Good job. Lower the knees down and let's lower the chest down to the earth. Well done, everyone. Hands under the forehead. Move your hips from side to side to relax and let go. Just a couple more asanas of effort and then we get to our relaxation. So just a few more minutes of effort. Let's go, everyone. Hands behind, clasp the hands together, stretch your arms as straight as possible. And move up into snake pose. If it's too much on the belly, you can of course take camel pose. Richard, I'm thinking of you. All right? From snake pose, everyone. If you want to go farther, bend your knees, clasp your ankles, open the toes, rise to bow pose. You could stay in snake, you could move into bow, or you can get into camel. 2 more breaths. Moving back down, hands under the shoulders, push up onto the knees, walk your knees forward, swing your feet to one side, come into a seated position, grab behind your thighs and let's roll down onto the back. First, let's take the natural bridge, so heels close to the hips, elbows into the floor, squeeze the shoulder blades, raise the hips up, lengthening your neck. If you'd like to take full bridge and you're a typical full bridger, you could set your hands now to either side of your head to get into full bridge. Otherwise, stay here for 5 more breaths. Everyone is in half bridge now. Raise your arms over your head, reach behind you, and lower the back 1 vertebra at a time, very, very slowly. And once the back is all the way on the floor, soles of the feet together, knees wide. Let yourself relax here and let go. Raise the knees back up. Pull the knees up to the chest. Now you could either rock from side to side and eventually roll onto one side to come to sitting, or you could rock up and down the spine and eventually come to sitting. stretching your right leg out to the side. Bring your left foot in so that the foot is almost at the inner thigh. Okay? Get it into a position which is comfortable for your left knee, and the right foot is flexed. We're going to lift the chest. Raise your left arm, right hand behind you, behind the right thigh. Lean over towards the right leg. Okay, so we're going to get the stretch down the left-hand side of the body first. If possible, you can grab the foot. If not, you just keep the arm over the head. Keep yourself supported with the right hand on the floor. Or you could bring the right arm in front of the leg. Take some deep breaths here. We'll swing the left arm up and then in front of the body, around, and see how far you can grab on the leg, either at the calf, ankle, or if you could grab the foot, do that. Let yourself sink down. The chest moves more towards the knee. There's a twist going on in the back and in the belly. Arms are stretched as long as possible. Releasing, you'll bring your left arm around behind you, set it down. You'll swing your right arm in front of you, and you're going to push up onto the left knee. Right leg stretches straight, open up the front of the body. And then release it back down. And we'll switch legs. Stretch your left leg out to the side. Right knee bends, the right foot is against the inner thigh. Okay. Good. Set your left hand behind the left leg. Left foot is flexed, by the way. Right arm comes up, and first you'll get a side stretch. Go over to the side, towards the left leg. If you want, the left arm comes in front, but be sure it's supporting your upper body. Deep breaths here. Raise the right arm back up, swing it across you so you turn your upper body and you grab a hold of the tibia or the foot and reach your chest towards the knee. The other hand supports you either on the floor or on the leg. To release, swing the right arm across in front of you. Bring the right hand behind. We'll swing the left across in front and raise the hips up. You'll push into the floor with the right knee. Hips up, head goes back. Reach with the left arm. Good, beautiful. Coming back down. Bring your legs back around. Feet flat on the floor. Pull your belly in to roll down onto your back. Squeeze the knees again to the chest. And we'll do like we did in the beginning of class. You let your knees rock to the right, the head turns to the left. Knees rock to the left, head turns to the right. Do this 2 more times, just gently, slowing down the body, slowing down the mind. Come back to center. Lift your head, nose between the knees. Lowering the head. Stretching one leg at a time onto your mat. Turn your palms to the sky. Squeezing the shoulder blades a bit. And just let yourself settle in your body. Let yourself settle onto the mat. Find a moment of peace and quiet. creating some calm and some letting go. Allow your body to relax more and more. Going deeper and deeper. And bring your attention to any sounds that you hear around you. Beyond the sound of my voice. What is the sound that is the farthest away from you? And now see if you can come to the sound which is the closest to you. Maybe it's your breath or your heartbeat. Gently begin bringing your attention back to the room you're in, back to any sensations in your body, and back to your breath. Moving your fingers and your toes. Stretching your arms over your head. Get a nice long stretch of the body, reaching behind you. And then bring your knees up against your chest and squeeze your knees to your chest. Rocking from side to side. Lift your head up, bring the nose between the knees. And lower the head back down. Right arm to the right ear, roll to your right hand side. And once you're there, lift yourself up from the side. Come to a seated position. That's great. Good. Let's rub our hands together. Bring your hands over your face, paying attention to all the sensations you feel as if you're washing your face clean. Tap around the eyes, shaking your hands out. Let's do that again. Hands at your heart center. I wish you all a lovely end to your week and a nice weekend. Happy Halloween as well. And namaste.
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 Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you very much, Anne.
Nicely done. Good
Thanks.
job, everyone. And Richard.